Question 1e. Use the substitution u equals x minus 3 to evaluate the definite integral from x equals 3 to x equals 4 of x times the square root of x minus 3 dx. The following are the marking guidelines for question 1e. For 1 mark, we have show some understanding of substitution. For example, replacing x minus 3 by u and dx by du, or changing the limits of integration. For 2 marks, we have substitution is carried out correctly or equivalent merit. And for 3 marks, we have correct solution. My first step is to change the limits of integration from being in terms of x to being in terms of u. And we're going to use the substitution u equals x minus 3 to do this. When x is equal to 3, u is equal to 3 minus 3, hence u is equal to 0, so that's our new lower limit. And when x is equal to 4, u is equal to 4 minus 3, hence u is equal to 1, and that's our new upper limit. Now to consider the substitution itself, u is equal to x minus 3. Now x minus 3 is inside the surd in the integrand, and we're going to replace x minus 3 with u. Rearranging the substitution to make x the subject, we have x is equal to u plus 3, and we're going to replace x in the integrand, so that's outside the surd, with u plus 3. Differentiating u with respect to x, we get du dx is equal to 1, hence du equals dx, and we're going to replace dx with du. So we have the integral from u equals 0 to u equals 1 of u plus 3 in brackets times the square root of u, du, is equal to the integral from u equals 0 to u equals 1 of u to the power of 3 over 2 plus 3 times u to the power of half du. And we achieve this by converting the square root of u into u to the power of half using index notation and then multiplying by u plus 3. So integrating this, we get 2 over 5 times u to the power of 5 over 2 plus 3 times 2 over 3 times u to the power of 3 over 2 from u equals 0 to u equals 1, which equals 2 over 5 times u to the power of 5 over 2 plus 2 times u to the power of 3 over 2 from u equals 0 to u equals 1. And applying the limits of integration, that equals 2 over 5 plus 2 minus 0, which equals 12 over 5. The following is the feedback from the Marking Centre for question 1e. Some candidates showed little familiarity with the method of integration by substitution. For example, the integral of x times the square root of x minus 3 dx, to the integral of x times the square root of u dx, where u is equal to x minus 3, and x equals u minus 3 was seen often. Changing x times the square root of x minus 3 to u plus 3 in brackets times u was another common error. Not changing the limits or resubstituting for u led to inefficiency and errors. Many candidates who obtained the correct function to integrate, in u, could not obtain the correct primitive because of errors involving the fractional powers.